Good morning, my friends. It is Captain Cornhole, and I'm back. I'm back on my consistent uploads, my consistent streams. I had to go to San Francisco for 4 days last week, and it just fucked up my consistency, so I apologize, guys. But just so you know, Captain Cornhole is back. I'm ready to fucking go. And today I'm going to be live from 3 to 7. And you already know we're giving away some of the hot Rogue Summer Update Rogue Bucks, you know. So I'm going to be giving first place in our race later, $10 in Rogue Bucks to apply tomorrow in the new updates. You can get some of those new summer skins, all that good stuff. So make sure you're there. But today's video in particular, guys, I'm going to be talking about what Rogue Company can do to save their game before it's too late. So Rogue Company, I mean, it's not dying, but it's not growing. I think anyone can admit that it's not growing. And you know, Twitch viewers, like if you go on Twitch and you see it's sitting at 1,000 viewers, I mean that's not the best way to show a game's growth. You know what I mean? But I can just tell based on like YouTube videos and views and things like that, like that number was growing, but it's very still now. I don't know if there's too many people that play Rogue Company that haven't stumbled across my videos yet. You know what I mean? There's not much more of an audience to get to. And it's just the way the game, that's how games are. You know, this game has been around for a year now. It still has a solid player base. But I wanted to make a video talking about why this game just can't get over the hump. What Rogue Company could do to survive another year or two or become one of the bigger game titles. So let's hop into it. I got several things Rogue Company could do. I really think they could hire me and benefit from it, but that's up to them. And again, we're going to be going over things that will keep, you know, old players entertained. It'll keep new players on the game, and that's what you need for a game to grow. You need the players who play for a while to still be entertained, and you need new players to be able to have enough fun to decide to play this over any of the other games they could play, because they're going to be shit. You know, when they first play, they're going to be trash. So how can we keep them entertained? That's the most important part, and that's where this game lacks. It's very hard for a new player to hop on this game and have any fun, especially if you're playing a 4-stack and strike out. It's despicable. So let's hop into number one. The very first thing that Rogue Company could add, and it would help the game tremendously, it would help players play more, it would help the player pool grow, would be adding loot crates or like rogue packs. You know, like Apex does it, Overwatch does it, where after you go up a few levels from XP, you get a loot crate. You know, you open it and it'll have like 2 items or 3 items. Usually all 3 are going to be like uncommons or commons. But if you're lucky, you'll get that legendary. You know what I mean? You'll get the Scorch skin that you really want that you can't pay for. You know, it gives you a reason to grind. Right now, if you're playing pubs, like, and you're grinding for levels, you don't get anything out of it. It's just a number next to your name, which who really gives a shit? Because in this game, you can't even see your opponent's level, so it genuinely does not matter. But if we could get some loot crates, dude, you know, every level, or even every 2 levels or something, and we get a little loot crate, and it can be mostly uncommon or common shit, that's fine, you know, stupid gun wraps or maybe emotes or something like that. But what if you got that legendary skin? You know, that's something that would give people a reason to grind. I know I would play more. So again, loot crates, every game does it damn near virtually. Like, it's something that they could easily implement. They would have to make a lot more skins, but in emotes and sprays, but I feel like that's something that would not be too hard to do. The only problem is this idea doesn't directly make Rogue Company money, but it would grow the player base, and more players means more players telling their friends, more people streaming it, more players, more battle pass purchases. So it's not directly going to lead to more money, but I guarantee loot crates would add to more players, and in the long run would benefit Rogue Company as well. Number 2, we're going to talk about adding exclusive skins as ranked rewards. So playing ranked, you know, I think that at the end of the season, it's cool that they're going to give you a banner, but you should get a skin or at least a gun wrap, you know, for your specific rank. You know what I mean? Maybe like some dark matter, like interactive gun wrap that changes colors based on where you finished. You know, like Diamond would have like a cool diamond gun wrap, but Rogue would have like a cool red one with some fucking skull on the gun or something. There's so much they could do, you know, that could show people, look, you know, I hit Rogue, you know. But for now they just have a stupid banner, and not that Rogue is too hard to hit. That's something else we'll talk about, but you know, it pretty much comes down to just playing a lot. But it still would be cool to see that come to a reward at the end of the season. And a gun wrap or an exclusive skin, I think, would be what would make it cool. You know, that like Apex has the dive trails and then the badge you get, which is really cool. You know, as soon as the game starts, you can see who's a predator. Whereas in Rogue, you have no idea. So it would be really cool. Some sort of gun wrap, maybe a skin. You know, one of those things they could figure out, and I think we could all agree that that'd be a really cool reward for ranked. Speaking of ranked, something else that they should add that would keep more players playing, it would give people a reason to grind more, and it would just kind of bring that competitive feel to the game, is they need to add a fucking leaderboard for ranked, a top 250 players based on RP, you know, ranked points. That's something that it does reward players for playing a lot, you know what I mean? But it'd be cool to just see all the rogues, you know, have their own ranking next to their name based on how many points they have. It would still come down to who plays more, which would be a little annoying. I know in Apex, like, you actually have to be the best to get to the top 500 in Predator, and that's why, you know, the leaderboards are really cool. But for Rogue, it's really who plays the most, so that's something that they would have to fix. But the way that they could fix ranked, so this is kind of 2-in-1. So again, they should add a leaderboards for top 250, you know, most ranked points, or even top 100 could be really cool. But something else they need to add to make ranked better, they should completely remove the ability to queue with 3 people or 4 people. Ranked should be solo queue or duo queue only. And the reason I say that is because not everyone has 3 friends on ready to play as soon as they get home, you know, or not everyone wants to play with a full 4 stack. I genuinely don't really have that much fun playing with 4 people, but you kind of have to in ranked this season. Everyone's 4 stacked up, and I think it'd be a lot more fun if you were just with a bunch of solos and duos and you just had to use, you know, communication and be flexible in order to get the win. I think that'd be really cool if they did that. I mean, the way it's set up now is a new player hits level 30, he plays a ranked game, has an absolutely miserable time because he's playing a 4 stack of experienced players, and you know what I mean, it's just, it ends to the player base slowly diminishing. You know, we need new players to stay, we need to give them a reason, give them hope. You know, at least if they solo queue, they'll get stacked with a decent duo queue, and maybe they can make a friend or learn the game. But for now, they're just going to play solo, get destroyed, maybe play Strikeout for another hour, and then hop off to another game. It's like I said, you know, that's the solo and duo queue I think would be awesome. I know like Smite does that and shit, you know, where you can't 3 stack or 4 stack, you get plopped in with new players and you got to just make it work. It's interesting because it makes communication key. You know, you're playing with new players. You don't really have strategies that you practice every day. And I know the comp scene is 4v4, so you guys, all those people who want to go and lose to, you know, frag out this team in the tournaments and shit, you guys can still do all that, and you can still scrim and do all that. But ranked, keep that 4 stack shit out of it. I think that'd be cool in the long run if they did that. There's some games that do, and it's super effective. Solo and duo queue ranked only. Shit would be awesome. Plus, that would make it harder for 4 stacks to just climb. Like, if we did do a top 100, like I was saying, for leaderboards, a 4 stack would just play all day and just cruise to the top. Whereas if you're solo and duo, you're going to catch more L's, that's going to be harder to climb, and it would be a true leaderboard, you know, of some of the best players for ranked, as opposed to who can play the most, you know what I mean? Alright, the next thing Rogue Company needs to do to avoid its inevitable death is I think they still need to partner with a big streamer. I don't know if they're being cheap with their money, or because of the Dr. Disrespect thing where they made a whole map for him and definitely paid him a lot of money and the guy didn't play the game for a minute. They might be a little bit kind of traumatized from that and not willing to try again, but that's something that you absolutely got to do. This game just doesn't have the exposure that it could. You know, if they were to partner with someone like Summit, or I'm just thinking of like a big fucking streamer with a ton of followers, you know, Dr. Lupo. I don't know if they have the money for this, but pay the guy fucking 10 grand to play this game for 2 days, you know, over the weekend, and you'll see that thousands and thousands of people who have no idea what Rogue Company is, never even heard of it, would now be exposed to it. And of those, you know, some people will tell their friends, some people will buy the battle pass, and you'll get that money back, Rogue Company, I promise. If you pay a big time streamer to play this game, you'll make that money back. You know, that's just how it works. You gotta try it though. The game's been kind of stuck at the same player pool for a while because they're not trying new things. But link up with a big streamer with thousands of viewers, pay him to play the shit out of this game for a whole weekend. Maybe that at the same time as you release like a new game mode or a new rogue or something, and the game's viewership would double on YouTube and on Twitch. But until then, man, We got to get it together. All right, next up, I know the developers are big on, you know, for players, by players. You know, they listen to all their players and they're going to make changes and shit like that, and that's their motto. And I will say, bro, company is pretty good at listening to us and making changes, but there's a lot of times where, like, there's shit that just should not be in the game still, like the fire glitch where you can't see the fire on the ground, or the glitch where you can't defuse the bomb, or the glitch where they removed vibration like a month ago and never addressed it. Like, that is something that's just inexcusable, and I think as a player who's been playing this game damn near since day one, I think we would all just be a lot more relieved if they would just tell us what the hell's going on or what they're working on. And I know they do those weekly shows with like pretty hair or whatever the fuck, but you know, I want to update every single week on, look, it's Monday, these are the bugs that we're working on, this is the timeline when it'll be fixed, you know what I mean? Instead of just fixing game modes and reverting time to kills, but just ignoring the bugs that have been pissing us all off for so long. So I don't want to make this video to complain or anything, but these are things that need to be addressed, or else this game is going to die in the next year or 6 months. And that's just how it is. That's the reality. And the final thing we're going to talk about, I wanted to keep this till the end because I don't know if I believe that this is something that would be good, but a battle royale would definitely shake things up. You know, the battle royale industry is hurting right now. Well, not necessarily hurting, but people are itching for something new to play. The Warzone players are sick of the cheaters. The Apex players, you know, are sick of the metas. Fortnite players are just sick in the fucking head because they're still playing Fortnite in 2021. But, you know, a battle royale would definitely get a bigger player base. There's no way you can deny that. And, you know, with this current setup of the gun, I'm sorry, of the shop and like how you buy guns and things like that, a battle royale would be sick. You know, imagine, you know, 60 people, or we could even do 40. You drop into a map, you know, whatever rogue you pick doesn't matter because there's only loot on the ground, and there's only a shop that you could access on certain points in the map only once you have money. Like, so a sniper, like Lancer could buy a sniper, but it's expensive as shit for any rogue, because that shit would be OP, and it would just be so cool, dude. Running around a big ass map like as a battle royale, like, it would definitely grow the game. This game would be fat. And if they did that at the exact same time that they paid a big streamer like fucking Dr. Lupo to pay for a weekend, boom, the whole game was figured out. The sky is the limit, and I could work on an entire battle royale idea. I already have several for this game. This game would be perfect for a battle royale. I hate to say it, and I know a lot of you might disagree, but this video is to keep Real Company from dying, and that would definitely do it. So Scott, if you want to hire me, I have so many ideas, it's not even funny. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Again, I didn't want to get too far into the battle royale. I've done a video on it before. The game's in a really good spot, so it's not something that I'm saying it absolutely needs. Actually, no, the game's not in a really good spot. That's the whole point of this fucking video. What am I talking about? It's in an okay spot. Like, it'll still have its players, you know, it'll still have its core crew. But for this game to grow and to compete with some of those titles out there, you gotta make changes, man. They literally say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting the same result. I'm pretty sure. Isn't that what they say? So that applies for games too, man. You gotta make some bigger changes. We do love the game, however, it does have, you know, it's like a ticking time bomb where for any game, you know, eventually a new game comes out or something just kills it and it's done. You can't bounce back. So these are all things that will help keep this game afloat, if not bring it to the next level. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll be live on the stream later today, and I hope you all have a nice day. Peace.